So I was telling Mike, I was telling Eric that you were a bass player, and you guys have that in common. Eric's been a bass player for what, 3-4 years now?
At least a couple of months I've been playing bass.
Eric's been
Couple
playing
months,
bass.
dude. I'm really proud of you.
For as long
I swear,
as
man, if you do it for a year, you'll get really good.
I'm hoping.
But just keep it up.
My mama could only afford a fretless bass, so I ain't very good
Gosh.
at it.
Don't listen to jazz.
Of the Atlas Live building in downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma. It is the Tulsa Sound Podcast time.
hello, hello.
It's my special friend
Yes,
and co-host,
I'm Oscar Padron.
and my name is Mr. Eric.
All right, we're
so
glad
glad
you were with us this evening. Glad you tuned in. We've got a heck of a show for you tonight.
Yes,
We are
do.
excited.
We've got
Big guest
live.
coming in the studio.
It's live tonight. It's
Well,
live.
we're going to do lots of fun stuff tonight.
Well, we are.
Absolutely.
Well, it's great. Tell me all about it, baby.
So on tonight's show, we're gonna do, we're gonna have a special in-house guest. Mike Gilliland is in the studio with us, otherwise known as Big Mogus, and we will welcome him in shortly. But first let's catch up, Eric. What have you been up to since the last time I saw you? What have you been doing, man?
I've been enjoying this spring weather. It's so nice. It's so nice, and I do want to apologize going into tonight's program. Allergies are really bad. So if I start choking on my own saliva, sorry about that. But no, other than that, everything's great. Here we are. We're right on the eve of Bias Masters here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's what I've been occupying myself with.
The fish are
Bassmasters.
shaking in their shoes because they're going to be caught and all of that, I guess. But anyway, no, we do want to welcome all of our friends that are going to be in Tulsa. And with so many exciting things to do, this year Bassmasters is bringing in more. They're doing more. They've got a big concert on Thursday the 21st with the Stony LaRue.
Stony LaRue So come on down and see some free Red Dirt.
It's free.
a free show.
That is free show.
And it will be right outside.
6:30.
At 6, right outside of the BOK Center.
Right outside.
On the street.
At
so
6:30.
please come join us.
Okay, so now that I've plugged work, but there are a lot of things going on. We are going to have some catching up with all of the gigs here in our next short segment. But what have you been doing, Oscar?
Well,
Pray tell.
Well,
pray.
Just I did the Red Gala this week.
Yeah, the
we raised some money.
red ribbon gala.
Red Ribbon Gala.
You raised some money for them children.
Absolutely. And
For somebody for heart patients.
I've been spending a little time with my dog lately.
Yeah, how's that going?
Man. Oh man, I love my damn dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do.
His name's Finnegan, and he's awesome.
Well,
And,
that's something else.
We got a new subscriber from Nashville, so we want to say hello, man.
Hello.
Glad you subscribed to the show. We want to say hello to our friends in Buffalo,
New York.
Absolutely, to our friends in the Dutch Netherlands.
Netherlands.
And we want to say hello to our friends in Australia.
Hey.
Thanks for tuning in to the podcast.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So your dog, huh?
Yeah, Finnegan's doing great.
That's super. Well, I heard a story the other day. This guy, he goes and he takes his dog to the veterinarian, right? And he goes in and it says Dr. Smith, veterinarian and taxidermist. And he goes, gee, Doc, that's kind of a crazy mixed up bunch of professions, don't you think? And the guy looks up at him and says, one way or another, your dog's going home with you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I've now done my joke. Wow. And for those of us in earplugs, that was enlightening.
So a lot of people don't know this, but Mr. Eric comes from a family. They had a home business, and it was a home circumcision business. Of course, it was free of charge, and they just asked that you leave the tip.
But come on.
Anyway, that was Eric overreacting.
No.
He'll be doing a lot of that. Now, that's because his damn headphones are too hot.
Yeah, they
and,
really are.
He makes that choice
Hey,
himself.
Mr. Producer, turn on my headphones. I think I just...
As we attempt to torture Eric, I just want to remind everybody that Eric is not only my friend, but he's also an Avery Drive denier. You have no proof that it's there, and he won't believe you.
Excellent.
You have no evidence to support the theory that Avery Drive is there.
And
he does not believe that it is.
I drive Avery
But you have
Drive
nothing
every
to prove
day, every day.
that it is there.
I am an Avery Drive enabler. I believe that everybody should get on there and drive as quickly as possible down there to Sand Springs and get them some of that Sand Springs hospitality, what it's known for. Go Sandites.
That's right. That's right. Go Hell Rangers.
Where's that? Or is that somewhere out there by the airport?
Yeah,
you say?
somewhere out there by the airport.
All right. Well,
so tonight we've got a lot going on.
A lot.
We're so glad you have joined us. We're so glad you are with us. We want you to do something. Roll one up, get some snacks, get ready. This is a Tulsa Sound podcast.
We'll be right back after
I'm
this.
walking through the field, strutting down Main, trying to find a nickel full of our cocaine. Hey, hey, gotta let the cocaine be. It'll burn out your nose, make your eyes turn red. The doggone cocaine will kill you dead. Hey, hey, gotta let the cocaine be. Well, tell it to me, tell it to me. Drink corn liquor, let the cocaine be. Hey, hey, gotta let the cocaine be. Well, tell it to me, tell it to me. Drink corn liquor, let the cocaine be. Hey, hey, gotta let the cocaine be.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're back. I promise you we're going to be back, and here we are. And we are back tonight with our special guest who's in the studio with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Mike Gilliland
Mike,
is here.
the Big Mogus is with us and in the house.
See you, Mike.
Good to see you as well.
Glad you're
Thank
here,
you.
man. Glad you're here.
Glad to see you.
Yep, nice to meet you.
Yeah, you just came from a gig, man.
Just came from the colony, yep.
Cool.
Just played, got a happy hour every Tuesday. Every Tuesday.
There you go. Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Hold that mic if
Getting
you
there
want.
kind of
You just
sexy
hold
like.
it.
Yeah, you can do that. It's just like you're on the news team.
How
And now, with the weather, the Big Mogus.
much of my body can I cover with this?
Ah, the audience loves that sexy stuff. Yeah, so you're hot off the trail. Your fingers are still stinging.
Still stinging, this stink.
Yeah.
For those of you at home that don't know, Mike was just at the colony doing his happy hour. He does a weekly happy hour show down there, Tuesday nights. What time does that start, Mike?
Starts at 6. We'll call
6
it
o'clock. Please go out and see him. It's a fun show.
Yeah.
It really is.
Austria's never been, but I promise it's good.
I have to work. I can't get there on time.
It's like he's making a podcast during my show or something.
Right.
All right, there we go. Now we believe we have you in the mix. Ladies and gentlemen, he's in the mix.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm going to make an audio man out of you yet there, Mr. Director Man.
Right.
Mike Gilliland's in the mix.
Oh. All
What do
right.
you have first, fellas?
Well, Mike, what do you do, man? What do you do? What do you do?
It depends on what fucking night you see
What's
me.
your day job, man?
My day job, I make electronics, oddly enough.
Oh, yeah.
I was a diehard musician, artist, sound guy. I did that pretty hard, the sound guy thing. I was running that pretty hard in my 20s.
Yeah.
I got real good. I like sound. Sound's a lot
Yeah.
of fun. But, man, it wears you out.
It does.
Wears you out the ears, wears you out physically.
You know, that's kind of that's one of the mainstays here at the Tulsa Sound podcast. We are all
Sound
Oscar
engineers.
and I audio guys.
Oh, man, as my dad would say, y'all could take pills for that.
Yeah, we
Actually,
can.
they're called nitroglycerin.
Yeah, when you
They're
get
in
to
his
be about
pocket.
55, you start taking the
yeah.
pills. But
Yeah. What a terrible affliction, and also endless fun.
Well, I'll
it's
tell you.
endless fun.
I know. Oscar and I were talking. We were laughing about this last night. I said, Oscar, I know for a fact that when you were a sound man, that you used to get on the mic at the soundboard and add background vocals to the band. I know you did it. I know you did it.
Total
my
bullshit.
gosh, don't steal my
He's
dream,
most
man.
likely
That's
to
I'm
fucking
trademarking
do
that.
Eric's most likely to do that.
I'm trying to do that with a couple of bands. I'm trying to get it to Keith Cabbage as their background singing. Hey, I'll run sound, but let me sing that harmony.
Yeah.
I got the fifth. I got the fifth. Come on.
We got caught one night doing it.
Oh man. Yep.
We want to thank the sound man for helping us on the background vocals.
Yeah. The only one who wasn't bitch. The sound.
Well, you know.
That's how we feel.
We were just trying to help him be better. But anyway, well, yeah, but that's kind of an interesting thing because when you do run sound, first off, you get to see bands not only doing their thing, but you get to see, like during sound check, and you get to pick up all of their little tricks.
And you're trying to help them?
Yeah.
It's like pretty nice. I mean, the wrong sound guy's not helping, but
Well, you know.
they are always helping. That's not
Sure.
true. Sometimes their attitude doesn't help.
Well,
But,
you got to be a grumpy sound man. That's just a part of the job.
Nope. I'm trying to change that.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
I'm not-
okay.
I've never
trying to be
been
the
that
happiest.
either. Yeah,
I try to be the
you and
chillest
I
sound
probably
guy
see
because
more
I've
eye to
just
eye than that.
well, I've just had so many sound guys that were like, okay, I can't change it, can't do anything.
Yeah.
That's it. So, man, like I know how
No.
it works. I think you can probably give me a little bit more, but you know what? I'm cool with it. Because artists will be like, I don't want to like bug him too much.
Sure.
Some of them don't give a shit.
Some of them.
Some of them don't give a shit at all.
No.
Like, change
And-
it now.
I mean, I've had monitor cabinets kicked off the
Musicians
stage.
will judge you in different ways that
What
don't have
sound?
anything to do with the damn mix. I worked for a drummer once that wasn't happy until you went out from behind the mix position, went to him to where he could see you, and checked with him personally to see if he was okay.
Yeah.
And he'd say, okay.
Hold on, you
And
don't do
unless
that
you
already?
Did that, and unless you
Wait,
did
you don't do that already? Anytime. One of my tricks at the Merc. Anytime. We get them going, start the first song. I've checked with everybody. The drummer's always like, cool, I got a monitor. That's fucking cool. At the end of the first song, almost can guarantee it. I'm terrible with time and all these other things. But at the end of the first song, I will be standing behind that drummer at that door saying, what do you want in your mix, sir?
Yeah.
By the end of the first song. That's why they love
service.
me.
That's service. And after, well, it was different kind of when I was doing it because the engineers.
Didn't have an iPad.
Well, no, we didn't have iPads, and the engineers stayed with the band. The clubs didn't have PA systems, so wherever the band went, you and your PA went. And so
Honestly,
you
that's my
you
dream.
became a member of the band.
I wanna
by
do it
default,
that way.
and you knew the set, you knew what the guys needed, and you didn't have to go. Panic to the back door at the
that
Mercury.
was
and then
a
ask
kind
if
of
the
a good
drummer's okay.
side
You knew.
of the clubs not having their own
I
sound
really
system.
like that idea. I would love to.
We
grab a
used
band and go.
to. There was one guy, Barney Barnett. He ran sound for us. He ran sound for Square Force, and then he also ran sound at Nitro and SRO. So he filled his entire week, but he really only worked with two bands. So we'd go out of town, and we'd take him with us.
Yeah.
So when we walked in that club, man, it was our PA, it was our sound guy, and they got what we had rehearsed, not an accident.
So
Right,
Mike,
right,
Mr. Eric
because
used
they
to work.
know.
Mr. Eric used to work at a company called Tulsa Backup, which was a sound company that ran out of Music Sound.
Well, actually, I never worked for Backup. That happened right after I left. But I worked at
Under
Music
the
Sound
table.
World, which
Right.
was
So they were
at 2715
they
South
were the
Memorial.
best sound
in
company in
Tulsa.
Tulsa at the
Now a
time.
strip club.
And
It's a
they had the big
flat
boy
spot.
toys at Music Sound World, and so they were great.
Right
great
next
resource.
to Whataburger if it's not there.
But Eric's been running sound forever. Eric ran sound for Henry Rollins and Black Flag at the old Crystal Pistol
Oh, yeah.
here in Tulsa.
Wow, the Crystal Pistol.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, the Eddie
Yeah.
turned into my
Oh, I could tell stories about that day. That was an intense. They were an intense bunch of young people. Those folks. I say young people. They were actually older than I were, but
you felt.
I had never seen.
Guy cursed, dude.
They all played through
man of the whole place.
Guitar, bass, everything. They played through Galen Kruger bass amps, turned straight up to 10 with the boost on 10,
which is all you need in the Crystal Pistol.
I am telling you what, it was something else. And
we really value our lyrics. If you can turn those up.
They during, of course, at the Pistol, it was just this kind of this dance floor, and he got a lot of beer on it. And Henry Rollins is only wearing sports shorts and some tennis shoes. He's down in the beer. He's like, "Oh, Mr. Soundman, oh, your electricity is killing me!" And I thought, "Oh my God, I've hooked him up, right?" So I unplug his mic, and all of a sudden, across the bar,
"Sound guy, you're fucking killing me."
Actually, what happens is here comes the manager. What the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I thought I was killing him. He's like, "It's a part of the act, you dumbass."
Are you telling me you listened to what he said?
I plugged it back in,
idiot.
and Henry let up a yowl. But yeah, it was all in good fun.
Can I tell you a good story that's just of that nature?
That's what this show is all about.
Yes. Thomas Trapp, the great Thomas Trapp, you know?
Yep.
Yes.
First time I ever worked with him. I know Johnny. I was in a band with Connor Robb, and Johnny is his cousin. So the Mullinax Robb gene. Janie is a Rob, and then she married a Mullinax. But the Robb gene. Yeah, whatever. I don't even know.
It's okay. It has been documented.
Lost Lake.
It has been documented.
I do love that family very much. Anyway. Yep, Thomas Trapp. Here we go. Sorry, I had to load it up there.
We'll be right.
Can we edit? No. Yeah, we'll be right.
Ain't no edits on this show, my man. We live up in this house.
Ha ha ha. Cricket.
It's
you
happening.
got a cricket?
It's happening.
You got a cricket?
No. Oh, here, wait. There we go.
Yeah.
Snoring man.
Thomas Trapp, like, "Hey man, this guy's great. Everybody's told me about how great he is." I'm like, "Oh, the Thomas Trapp. I get to run sound for him the first time, Bluegrass Brunch. First time I ever met him." Johnny's like, "You two are gonna be kindred fucking spirits, and I'm kind of afraid of it." So you like go in. I'm like, "Okay, Mr. Trapp, trying to get your monitor right over here. Whatever. Go ahead and play your guitar." And I like bring it up. I'm like, "Is that good?" And my hair is like moving. It's like so loud. I'm like, "Oh my God!" I like, "Is that good, Mr. Trapp?" He's like, "More."
Oh,
and I'm like, "What do you think now, man?" Losing the all nicely. And he's like, "Did you just change it?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "That was your first test. You failed."
Oh.
And I was like, "How am I supposed to do my job if I can't trust what the person says?" No.
Show biz, kid.
I don't tell it very good because it should be more laugh than like, "Oh."
Oh, no, you don't. The audience loves it.
Yes.
Like you are, sir.
Yes. You know what I mean. Yes, you do.
Well, all right.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
You can tell we're having some fun tonight here at the Tulsa Sound Podcast.
Tulsa Sound Podcast.
So what we're going to do right now is we're going to jump into a quick commercial. We're going to come back with Mogus here. We're going to be going through a whole bunch of stuff. Brit Bear is going to be up here a little bit later
Brit Bear
on.
coming up real soon,
bringing
guys.
the truth and revival to us.
Absolutely.
And so we want you guys to stick around. And, by the way, I just want to point out, this is our first repetitively weekly show.
Oh,
up to now we've only for the first year we did a show every 3 months, and then last year we did a show every
to figure out.
But we did a show last week, so it's amazing, folks.
I love this.
We love you. We love
Thanks
you.
for having me
Roll
on.
on up, get some snacks.
I don't know if I love all
Get the
you,
snacks
It's time
going.
to
We'll
burn
be
one with
right
the
back.
Tulsa Sound Podcast.
Tulsa Sound Podcast.
Tulsa Sound Podcast.
All right.
I wish you guys could.
Sorry if I talked
Dare
too
spend
much.
your money until you get Doc Rock Plus price guarantees on car audio, home audio, VCRs, and TVs. Telephone with answering machine, $49. Two-way home speakers, $10 each. AM/FM cassette in-$29. 19-inch color remote control, $289. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Instant Credit. You look around, you get the best price in town, and you come to Doc Rock, and I'll beat it!
Yeah, Cody Brewer, banjo, guitar player here in Tulsa. Play with your Grasshopper.
I have a 28-year-old.
Other band, Fatso, NOI Broadcast, Tulsa Sound.
We had the Easter Island thing too,
yeah,
right?
I got the Easter Island Music Festival.
Man, that was a great festival. It really was.
Good time, yeah. And we're gonna come and bring it back next year.
Awesome. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, man. This year we're actually doing a little festival called Camp 101.
You got to invite me.
Yeah,
I'm coming.
September 23rd and 24th.
All right, look for that, guys. Look for this camp
Look
outfit.
for that. Man, the Tulsa Sound, what I think it is now, I think it's just very collaborative. Like there's so many bands that are like all playing with each other, like as in members, and I feel like everybody's pretty open with that kind of sense, which is awesome, and everybody's getting better. And
Nice to meet you guys.
the music's getting so
invited.
good right now, and it's 7 days a week you can find something badass.
We're coming out Sunday.
The Tulsa Sound thing, I definitely love the whole Leon, JJL thing.
Oh my
I feel
God,
like,
that came out such a wrong way.
encapsulates so much, and I think it's more about that whole Americana the songs. It doesn't have to be any kind of genre at all, It's like that's what the Tulsa Sound for me is. It just kind of blends all things and just to a nice mix,
Thank you, Cody.
Yeah, buddy.
Appreciate the input.
Hey, I think we're back. Ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Back at the Tulsa Sound podcast tonight.
We're back with Mike Gilliland.
Mike Gilliland.
The Big Mogus.
The Big Mogus here with us tonight. And hey, so we kind of joked around a little bit before we got to break them. But tell us a little bit about your music side. What you've got going on now.
All that other stuff, that was Mike Gilliland.
Yeah.
The Big Mogus is the music
Okay.
stuff.
Well, tell us all about it.
Well, I've written a lot of songs. My dad was a songwriter. Got me turned on to that super young, like 7th grade.
Cool.
And just that writing poetry thing, super cool. I always liked to sing. I used to have like a really soft, really high voice.
Oh, how
I used to
sweet.
sing in the choir. It was really sweet.
Yeah.
All that stuff. And then I lost that to cigarette smoking for
Hello.
20 years. But then I quit 50 days ago.
Congratulations.
And here we are. Yeah.
Give him a big round of applause. There we go.
If I may.
I'll tell you, man.
You don't touch another man's hype button, man.
I quit for 12 years, and during the pandemic, I picked these stupid cigars back.
No.
So
No.
It can happen.
You can, yeah. Don't suffer the false illusion of the one cigarette. True. But my music is going really well. I'm writing some of the best stuff ever. I played in a bunch of bands. I did rock and roll. I've always been pretty obsessed with the ukulele, as far as that's been my main.
Interesting.
Not just the baritone.
Okay.
People come up and they're like, "You tiny Tim,"
want to
like
take a
hand me all the
singing
tiniest little ukuleles ever. I don't like the little ukuleles, all right, you guys. I like the baritone ukulele.
That's right.
It's the same tuning as guitar, minus the low strings.
It's like a junior acoustic bass guitar.
Except for not bass. It's like specifically
that's
not
right,
bass.
that's right.
Because it doesn't have the E and the A.
That's right.
Yeah,
So it's like, yeah. Well, and that's really cool because, in rock and roll for so many years, and alternative instruments and stuff really took a beating in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
And now it's such a wide open thing. I remember we were in my band rehearsal this last week, we were kind of looking at Summer in the City. And it's well, this song doesn't sound right without an auto harp. And it's where are we going to get one of those? It's well, we're
I
not.
have one for you.
Oh, you got one?
An auto harp?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's yours.
Oh.
I tried to sell it on Facebook Marketplace for $50.
No kidding.
Most responses I've ever gotten for anything. They're like, hey, what shape is it in? It's $50. Just buy it. Shut up. It has all the strings. It works.
Yeah, we learned to play those at church, and
they're awesome.
It is really cool. And once you figure it out,
and it's real boring.
Well, of course, but then later on, Suzuki made the Omnichord, which is the electric.
I have
version.
one of those. I have an album called Accord Omni, which is the French version, which is not true. It's an album. Actually, here we go. This is great. You know that song that Johnny plays? The one that Johnny plays, Molinax, the famous Johnny Molinax.
I may have seen the guy.
He plays a song called Pining, and that's a song that I wrote.
Oh, I wrote
that song. I wrote that song.
I love that song.
And he sings it pretty good.
Yeah. He does all right.
Johnny does the best. But I wrote that song on an Omnichord.
No kidding. It's a cool instrument. When we first got those in at the store, we called them the electric potato.
Yeah, they're super weird looking.
And you got that little...
Yeah, the harp. Some people can't do it. It's pretty interesting.
I've heard those things used in some EMD dance music.
Absolutely.
And you can tell when you're hearing it. It's that's a damn Omnichord if I ever heard
Jim
one.
James, My Morning Jacket.
Yeah.
He's all about that.
Oh, cool.
He'll come out with the big chain. Play it. It's pretty ridiculous, honestly.
So you've played in other bands over the years. All kind of different bands and stuff?
I played bass in the Doldrums, which was my biggest claim to fame or whatever. That was a cool band.
Tell us about the Doldrums.
They're still going. They wanted to get back together and do it, and this electronics thing, and I had this weird thing. I tried to, I'm in a totally diatribe here, guys. I tried to write, mix, master 100 songs in a year.
Wow.
Because
that's one every 3.45 days.
I don't know about that math, but that's pretty good. I only got 86 of them, but one of them is an hour-long song, which I taught the whole band. So it's that kind of counts. I think we made it to 100. But I went ahead and finished those, and those are some of my best songs. So I just have all these... Before I had any instrument that I knew how to play, I got a computer.
Yeah.
And I got a recording program called Acid Pro.
Okay, I know it.
That my school gave me. They gave me a computer, they gave me the program. And so I was recording, remixing some of my dad's stuff, learning how bad I sounded on a microphone. Ooh, yeah, woof. In 7th grade. And so recording is my jam, and the live sound thing is an expression of the recording.
Yeah.
But I would just lock myself in my house. I have a house studio that my godfather and my parents have provided for me to stay in. And
that's really cool.
It's a great recording space. Just such a cool recording space. And there for 2 years, I was working for Margaritaville. Head sound guy out there.
Yeah.
So I only worked Saturday.
That would be Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville at the
get yourself a burger
at the local casino out there where they
every hour on the hour. Jimmy Buffett's coming out playing Margaritaville, and a blender's gonna go. But there
you go.
I made all the money I needed to survive in 2 days, so I spent the rest of them locked away recording.
That's
and I
excellent.
have all these crazy songs from that period of time.
Yeah, I consider myself very lucky to have one of those recording houses myself.
Yes.
And
you can take pills.
right in the living room,
What is a living room? It's my library.
No,
that's where
Eric's
the board
front of house. He has no living room. He just has the Star Trek Enterprise.
I've gone back and forth. Do I like that room or this room?
I'm going to send you to the basement if you don't. Yeah. Well, cool. Well, so music, and you're playing around now and stuff, your songs you've written, and you talked about doing recordings. So have you got an album out there and all this stuff?
Of course I don't.
Of course not.
Of course I don't. I mean, Cucumber and the Suntans has one album on Spotify that's all my songs.
Yeah.
With that
Cucumber and the Suntans. Look them up.
Yep.
Check them out on Spotify.
Great band. The guys from Doldrums. Chris Foster's in it from the Grid.
Love Chris Foster.
Chris Foster's just the man.
His name comes up all the time.
And at the end of the band, I had Chris and Nicholas.
Oh, nice.
I had the family in the band, and they were singing harmonies. And that was my whole thing. Is like, let's get 6 people singing harmonies.
There we
singing
go.
everything.
Yeah.
So that band is real lush. And then also it was like, let's not make it sound like high fidelic. Let's do acid and stuff. So it's all real psychedelic. And the fidelity's all like, but it's great music. It's really fun. And then the Doldrum stuff, I was a big part of that. The one album that's on Spotify right now.
Cool.
Skin You Alive.
Well, we want to hear some of your songs,
Ooh.
and so that's why I was asking. How our listeners.
Touch my beer, man.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we found his Achilles heel.
Yeah.
Well,
Achilles, I barely even knew her.
that's why because I know that in the online world of today, it's so much easier to have material out there where people can listen to it, and you don't have to find $5,000 to go make an album. You can just put your stuff out there, and that's
You just have to have the internet almost. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta have like $250 of the internet.
right.
So I'm finding.
But it's not like it used to be very restrictive who got to actually record and put music out there, and
It's a double-sided. What is it? What's the phrase I'm looking for?
a double-sided blade.
Double-sided sword with sharp sides on both sides. Yeah. There we go. That's it.
We're playing
Because
the
since
kung
there
fu
is
music.
no filter at all,
Yeah,
then it's kind of like, how do you ever get anywhere?
right.
Takes
Well,
no Oscars.
I've worked with guys who would just want to keep laying on tracks and laying on tracks and laying on tracks, and it's like, okay, we got to stop now.
Those are the people that fell in love with the digital after the tape. They're like, oh my God, dude. We could do literally 1,000 tracks.
and it sure sounds like it too.
Yeah. There's in that 100-song thing, one of the albums I did has 100 tracks of something on every one of them.
Wow.
So like one of them is 100 bass tracks. One of them's like 100 clap or slap tracks. And one of them's like 100 vocal tracks of the exact same words.
Incredible.
It's pretty awful. Most people do not enjoy it until they hear the story. They're like, that's very strange.
Well, it takes all it takes all kinds.
Strokes and folks,
Yes.
So I was telling Mike, I was telling Eric that you were a bass player, and you guys have that in common. Eric's been a bass player for what, 3-4 years now?
At least a couple of months I've been playing bass.
Eric's been
Couple
playing
months,
bass.
dude. I'm really proud of you.
For as long
I swear,
as,
man, if you do it for a year, you'll get really good.
I'm hoping.
Just keep it up.
My mama could only afford a fretless bass. So I ain't very good at it.
Don't listen to jazz.
Well,
Don't
actually,
take that fretless bass and start playing jazz, son.
that's the problem. Well, my problem is I started off as a drummer, and and then they're like, no. Actually, I wanted.
I think we have to cancel this.
Yeah.
how long have you been playing? Well, when he was 5, that doesn't count.
Okay.
How long have you been playing bass?
I took up the bass when I was 10 years old.
Okay.
I started playing in 4th grade.
That's
I got started the summer before in orchestra because the school would let you have, if you wanted to take private lessons, Tulsa Public Schools would give you an instrument. And so the year before I started in elementary, I got this instrument and I got a private teacher. So when I hit the school year, I was kind of up to speed.
Yeah.
And then in junior high school, somebody put a bass guitar in my hands. I was like, hey, this is the ticket.
think I can do
and
this.
I still play upright and have one, but the fretless bass was kind of where I took off. And even though I really don't play the fretless in the band I'm in right now, but for recording, I will always choose it if I have an option.
My brother, he is my bass guru.
Yeah.
My brother is incredible. Rich Gilliland III.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible.
Incredible bassist. His Yahoo sign-in name fretless man.
Oh, here you go, ladies and
You
gentlemen.
might be able to buy it from him if you want. He's got the fretless obsession.
Well, it's an interesting instrument to play. We always joke around.
Fun.
We joke around here that it's a bass player if it's the only one that's ever on time but owns everything to make sure that the band gets to practice.
I was a bass player before I was a sound person.
Yeah, they're the
it's like the
responsible
same
one.
idiot that buys a bass, buys a sound system.
Well,
it's like, we should probably get these singers sounding better so I can sit back and show up early, leave late.
Dude,
deal
could
with
you?
everybody's shit.
Is there a possibly easier
bass
bass
player.
part you could play on this song?
No, honestly, I was always like, my brother taught me to play the kick and the snare,
Yeah,
and so that's the kind of bass I play.
yeah. I got hit in the
There
head.
for you. Boom.
I was a little crazy when I first started playing with dudes that were older than me, and played with this drummer. His name was John Latta, and he's like, "I'm gonna hit you in the head if you don't play with me." And I would wander off, and then finally they made me stand in front of a drum kit with my back heel on the kick drum.
Yeah, hey, that's a way to learn it.
And that learned me, and it did. And in about a year, I got a lot better at playing with a drummer. And I think part of that, too, is because when you're in high school, drummers are only so good, and you really don't connect to that why it needs to be that way. But then when you play with an older
you have
guy...
a good songwriter at that point, to like really put it all together while you're even getting better at like... Sorry.
But
go ahead.
what you're absolutely right. It's a momentum thing, and this show is all about music. This show is all about, when we say Tulsa Sound, but really sound anywhere, music anywhere. If you're passionate about it, guys out there in the audience, you should probably know if you're passionate about this, you want it to happen. Miracles happen right in front of your own eyes when you're.
And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have the affliction, but you do. No, it's not. You can't.
Mike, who are some of your musical influences, man?
Well, my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Beatles. Ever heard of them? Great. Tom Petty. Love him.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you might be a Frank Zappa fan.
I'm not.
You're not?
No, do too many drugs, man. I'm like, that guy's a pussy.
Actually, Zappa didn't do any.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Coffee
Grow up.
and sex was...
Maybe
Grow
you
up,
should have
Zappa.
done more.
Grow up, Zappa. It's all right to play in 4/4, baby. It's all
Well,
right.
so how about some of the 70s bands from the New York area? I feel like you might...
Man, I'm just like a Zombies, Kinks,
Yeah? Kinks, okay.
Beatles.
Time of the season.
Yeah, I just got lost in that era, mostly for the recording. Yeah. But really, like fucking Turtles.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
I just really like that era of songwriting.
Well, it was a great time, and
Paul freaking Simon.
yes,
Oh,
poor Paul
ugh.
Simon, man. Poor Paul Simon.
What about him?
Well,
With
he's
his ear
lost his
thing?
hearing.
Nah, that's a new phase.
Well,
He's getting smarter every day.
yeah, but
That dude's awesome.
it really throws you off when you lose your hearing
Did
on
you
one
not hear
side.
what he said on that interview, though? Sorry.
What'd he say?
Sorry, knock that over and touch
Oh,
you at the same time. He's like, to have had it so easy all this time, well, I guess it's part of the chapter that I have to deal with.
Well, of course, he is Paul
Yeah,
Simon.
that's how you write the songs, but take my ear. It's fine. If I can do the boxer, you can have it.
Well, indeed, but
I do know what you mean. I'm having trouble with like feeling my fingertips on these three from the job that I have.
yeah,
I've had like a pop in the hand, and then I'm like, ooh.
yeah.
So now I'm getting used to playing without feeling what I'm playing.
That's strange. Well, you should have that looked too.
If I trusted any of them.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness,
here
folks.
We go.
Well,
Here we go. Let's
Oscar?
talk about religion now. Let's bring it on. Yep.
this audience, they love a fight up
Turn
there.
it off, Mom.
We remind
it
you that
off.
we are officially uncancelable. Go ahead, try.
Yeah.
Try. We'll just keep showing
Tried it
up and
once.
doing our show anyway.
Still not
You
dead.
clicked on our
It's crazy.
faces. You did
Still
that. You
not
clicked on us.
Dead or in jail. What's going on?
Yeah.
Mike, tell us about your artistic influences, because I know you have some, other than musicians. Some artists that may have influenced you along the
Dude,
way.
man, Miguel the Bricklayer. I mean, like, my artists are like constantly in front of me. I don't know how to pin it on someone. It's like just took too much acid and learned about the Bodhisattva idea. And it's like, if you're out there just realizing that everybody has something to give you, and then like you're you have something to learn at all times. I just have a real hard time pinning down what I really like. I don't listen to music to relax.
This is living high art. What Mike does, what he just described to you in his experience, is living art. Living high art. Surrounding yourself with it, being immersed in it. You're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. I don't care what you say. And Mike is surrounded by the right people, and he's feeling this. And I know, it's impossible to describe or put a finger on it and say, well, it was Greg Almond or maybe it was Keith Haring. No, Mike's surrounded by, and I lived very parallel to you when I was in my 20s and 30s.
This is what we were seeing in each other, the namaste of it all.
Absolutely, man, because to be surrounded by it, to actually live it, that's high art.
And
not just talk about it, be about it.
These cool fucking people let me do cool fucking shit with them.
Oh, amen.
It's unreal.
I'm personally tossed between the Dutch Masters and Mogliani.
Well, I like Toulouse-Lautrec and Francisco Goya, so...
Well, I don't know any of them, but I will take an espresso if somebody would like to give me one. Thank you very much.
Hey, by the way, Oscar, we've gotten this far into the show, and
You know what an optimist is? You know what an optimist is? My dad taught me this one. You know what an optimist is? Trombonist with a pager.
Hello!
That one goes out to Greg Fallis. It goes out to Greg Fallis.
I think I saw a picture of you and Greg together here in our slideshow.
About 60 years from now.
Oh, yeah. You guys have been friends. How long? How long you guys been friends?
Oh, man. I went to school with his sister way back when, I think. But maybe that was imaginary. We've been friends for a while. He came and saw us play in Memphis when he was doing all that out there. But I've been doing sound for them for a while. And
that's got to be a fun band to run sound for.
It's a hard band to run sound for.
Yeah, I was just going to...
With one back.
Well...
2 backs, it's easier. 3 is what it really takes to satisfy the whole thing, Because usually I don't get I get the weddings.
Okay.
Which are fun gigs. I almost said.
So just vocal mics and maybe something on the tuba, maybe?
No, we get horns on all. We get vocal mics and horn mics for all of it. Definitely. Yeah. It definitely gets down and dirty.
Oh, yeah. I love those guys. They're a lot of fun.
Dude, great band.
Greg, this is your invitation to come on the show. We'd love to have you in studio. And Jordan, any of the guys from King Cabbage, please reach out to us. We will be reaching out to you.
Reach out to us.
Oh, dude, you should definitely get Andy. This is my personal Andy. RB.
Andy,
buddy. Put on the horse head. Come on out. Hang out with Oscar. And I don't even.
This is Mr. Eric.
Mr. Eric here.
Mr. Eric.
Just like the hairdresser.
Yes, Mr. I don't get the reference. I don't get the restaurant.
Male hairdressers were always named Mr. This or Mr. That.
Oh, Mr. Eric.
Yeah.
Mr. Eric, like the hairdresser.
Can you do something?
Actually, it was my old boss, Randy Janae, used to say that, and he would introduce me. This is Mr. Eric, like the hairdresser. I'm like, come on back. Let's look at the drums. Come on.
It's also a shipboard tradition that's right out of the Navy. All the officers were Mr. This, Mr. That. You may remember it from Star Trek.
That's right.
Mr. Sulu, Mr. Spock. And so when you're on a deck, where there's a ship's deck or a stage, the people on that deck are referred to as Mr. Eric, Mr. Oscar, Mr. Rubens, Mr. Nathan. And it's just a sign of respect. And it's what we did at the PAC. I worked for the Opera.
Royal Navy.
And the
Mr. Janeway.
Exactly.
That was weird.
Yes, Mr. Janeway.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Janeway.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
You got it, baby.
Okay. Hey, we're being told it's break time. That
it's
means
time to take a break. We're going to break a break.
Grab some snacks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Tulsa Sound podcast will be back.
All right. Are we doing all right?
We're doing great. So let's get some snacks.
I'm telling you, do not watch that Tulsa Sound podcast on your YouTube. Don't watch it. Tulsa Sound podcast is a terrible show. Tulsa Sound podcast is dangerous to Tulsa. Eric and Oscar are the worst hosts on TV. They are terrible. The Tulsa Sound podcast is bad for you. This is a warning. Tulsa Sound podcast is dangerous to young people. Don't watch it. Don't let the kids watch Tulsa podcast. Don't. If you do, you're gonna have to come and see me. Tulsa Sound Podcast is a joke. They are fools. Don't watch it. You hear me? Don't watch it.
The bag was with the water and the blood. Oh, cat was screaming from under the house. But the door let us know and we let it go out. Guns on. Guns on. Doctors was swimming all under the house. Do what to do, but we didn't know how. She tread the water like a fish on the run. Put the cat on the porch when the bitches were run. Guns on. Guns on.
And welcome back, folks, again to another exciting segment of the Tulsa Sound Podcast. We're back again, and I am your host, Mr. Eric.
I'm Oscar Padron.
And I'm Brit Bear.
All right.
It's Brit. Brit, hey, how are you?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good.
She's back. She's back. We didn't run you off.
Oh, yeah, no, not at all.
No, I was worried about that. I told Oscar, I said, Oscar, we're going to run her off. And, well, we're so glad you're here. You've got some more information for us on bands and music. Hey.
Yep, got some music schedules for what's going on around town here coming up.
Yes, we're going to talk about...
Brought to you by Otasco, Oklahoma Tire and Supply.
Mr.
In over
Eric's
45 locations, one near you, Otasco.
I love Otasco. Bring Otasco
David
back.
Crosby, brought to you by... No, sorry.
Okay, so this is Brit Bear's segment. Brit, tell the folks at home what's about to happen around town. There's so much good music out there these days. Brit's done a lot of research, and she's ready to tell us what's happening around the Tulsa Sound this week.
Yeah, I got a lot of really incredible residencies going on every week. Music pretty much every night, any place. Let's see. First off, I guess where I work, Thelma's, shameless plug, Tuesday night, which would be going on right now. Knipple, that's Jordan Hell and Nicholas Foster. And also touring another electronic duo, it's Factual Brains. So So that'll be going on as we speak. And then Wednesday, another Tom Skinner's Science Project Wednesday residency. And last week was really cool because we had Paul Benjamin came by and David Skinner and a few other guests. Had a lot of people coming up. And then Thursday, see Josh Westbrook and the Starmadillos for their Thursday residency, and no cover as well on that one. And then Fridays, let's see, we got Jam Mikano for happy hour. It's actually our owner's band, Andrew Amelia. See, they go on first. We got Tin Whiskers and John the Forest, touring band, and Tin Whiskers, they're about to do a Monday residency for April. And then Saturday, some local bands. We have a Studio House with from Carter Combs. That'll be his band, and Lime Juice.
And what I know about Lime Juice is that this is something you guys want to go see. Cole Siegel's playing keyboards in that band. This is a fantastic project. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Just go see Lime Juice, and you'll be glad you did. Absolutely.
Just don't get it in your eye.
Yeah, there you go. It's tonight, Knipple.
Knipple. We love Knipple. Absolutely.
Picture of Josh Westbrook and the Starmadillos in action.
Oh, yeah. Go on down there and see them and tip your bartenders, please.
Anytime I see Admiral Boulevard, I'm happy.
All right, and then this
So
Friday.
Caitlin Faye.
Yeah, I got Caitlin Faye. She's a Cherokee songwriter, and she's incredible, and she has some songs in our language, too. So definitely go see that. And right now, Tuesday night, she'll be having her residency at the Colony as we speak. And then also Bonnie Montgomery.
Fabulous. You know, Carter Sampson does several of Caitlin Faye's songs, and go out there and see both of these powerful women. It's just a treat. In particular, go see Caitlin Faye. Please, please. Absolutely.
And then here's what's going on this week at the Mercury. Got their regular residencies are Williams Monday. Actually, tonight was Brad Apsher. He filled in for Chris.
Brad Apsher's down there tonight with his Superials.
Yep, and then Thursday, Courtney Patton, Jade Marie Paddock does a touring, and then Paul Benjamin Trio, and then Friday, Cassie Latshaw's Happy Hour, and Caitlin Faye, and then Tequila Kim, late night show Friday.
Now tell us about Tequila Kim. Do you know anything about Tequila Kim?
Yeah, it's Thomas Trapp's partner, and she's she's a really great songwriter.
From the last segment, Thomas Trapp.
Yes, from the last segment.
You can't put anything over on me.
They're both really wonderful people, so she's great. And then Saturday, Red Dirt Roundup with the Red Dirt Rangers, and then Travis Linville with Zach Pack, and then there were two, and that'll be the Saturday Late Show at 11.
Excellent. And as always, Sunday Bluegrass Brunch with Johnny Mullinex, and of course 4 o'clock with Brandon Clark.
It's the craziest Sunday place you'll ever be.
8 p.m. Dane in the Soup. So get down there and see some soup. Bring a bowl.
And the Hunt Club this week.
The Hunt Club.
We got a hometown writers round. See Thursday, and Brandon Clark will be out there Friday. We'll be seeing the Big Rig, Luke Duncan live Saturday, and then Zach Pack will be there Sunday.
Excellent. And again, Muscle Rock from Brandon Clark and the Big Rig. That's going to be a fantastic show. Get your butts down there. Now, this show is already passed.
Yeah, this was last Saturday, but just something beautiful that happened around Tulsa. So it's just really worth going on and researching, because there'll be really special projects that you might never see. And a lot of these drummers I've seen in so many different bands. There's 5 drummers, a bassist, Chris Combs, and then Bishop on trumpet, and all these drummers I have not seen on one stage at a time. So that was pretty special.
It's called the Little Big Band.
Little big band, and just jazz, a lot of Chris Combs originals, and you could really hear the aspects of the different drummers I know of them and all their different bands. So it's I could just hear the combination of them all. So that was really cool.
I love it, and I love anything that Chris Combs touches. The guy's fabulous. Go out and see Chris Combs, please.
All right, and March at the Vanguard. They got a lot of neat stuff happening.
The Vanguard. Yes.
Let's see. I know
they got some tiny font over there at the Vanguard. Tiny font.
Ray Reddick on the 15th. Hunter Dale and the Tall Boys on the 15th. On the 16th, Jack Ketch and the what does that say?
Bilge Rat Bastards.
Bilge Rat Bastards. Yes.
The Bilge Rat Bastards, you don't
Ugly
say.
Cowboys. Still NOCT.
Still not?
Still not? Okay.
Tiny font.
On the 22nd, 322, Casey West, the Hayseed Band, Canton Teen, and the Penny Pickers. So get on down there and see that show. It's going to be a fabulous evening. At the Vanguard, and there's a lot more coming.
The 23rd. I know this isn't on there, but I know Ken Pomeroy is supposed to be by for the Aunties Acting Up to play a bit, and that's a collective of Native women comedians. So, that'll be really interesting. Yeah.
I like that. And Steely Dead is coming.
Yes, and that I for sure really want to check out. And I know they're based in Denver, Colorado, and I guess they do like combination of Steely dance songs and Grateful Dead songs. So they do kind of like a medley of them.
Kind of like Ted Zeppelin.
And then on the 29th, 2 minutes to Tulsa. And that's Night Demon, Nasty Savage, and more. This will be in 2 venues. It'll be at the Vanguard and the King's Ballroom.
That'd be 141st and 44.
And then on 3:30, my so-called band will be at the Vanguard. Go check them out. Please get tickets in advance. They are going fast.
All right, and now the Colony.
Now this is better font here. You can read this thing.
Yes, bold and readable. Let's see.
That's right. The Colony has the best font in town. I've tasted all the fonts in the area.
So far tonight on our font breakdown.
I believe it's honey that it tastes like.
It's a honey flavored font. Always going
Mondays. What's happening down there, Miss Britt?
All right, well, Mondays, see Desi and Cody happy hour, and then Songwriter Night with Cody Clinton was Monday yesterday.
Oh.
And Tuesday today.
Well, right. That's okay. We travel forward and backwards in this show.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, and now?
Oh, yeah.
I know you can't hear, but it's a kung fu music. Okay, so I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll get used to the cadence. Hey, I'm new. I'm new to this. Shh, okay.
So am I. Well, we're in the same boat. Excellent.
Yeah, and Tuesday, which was today, Big Mogus, our guest.
Yeah. Well, and we have proof of that. We have eyewitnesses to the crime live in studio tonight.
Oh, and I did want to shout out to Big Mogus. That one of my favorite things ever was like at the Sgt. Pepper's tribute cover at Fassler Hall, and you did the With a Little Help from My Friends, and that was your song.
Fucking incredible, baby!
Yeah, and I'm
like, incredible, baby!
Yeah, telling them that I like remember every moment of that show, and like that was like just the perfect song. So that was cool. Yeah, and Tuesday night, Kaylin Faye. So our women's artist showcase. And then Wednesday, Bobby Moffett Jr. with his hip hop happy hour, and then Soup back at 8. And then Thursday we got Tom Pavir with his happy hour, and Seth Lee Jones at 10.
Get your butts down there and see Seth Lee Jones. There's no excuse. Do it. Get
no
your butts
excuse,
down
no
there.
excuse, no excuse.
No, don't make me tell you twice to go see Seth Lee Jones. I'm telling you. Don't make me tell you twice.
You've been threatened by Oscar J. Padron.
That's right. That's how you know it's legit.
Yeah, out there and you too.
A tear come to my eye.
I see here that on 322, Foster Family High Horse Happy Hour.
Yeah.
6 p.m.
Yeah, 6 o'clock happy hour with the Fosters.
All right.
Once again, sticking to that trend of earlier shows. I love it.
I love the early shows.
I love it.
It's a perfect old
Man, back in my day, if you went on before 1 a.m., you were nothing. You were stupid. And it's like, oh, boy. So.
Yeah, it's so nice. Yeah, some days I really like to float around, and so it's like now, like, we just have so many options, and so, like, I love that. It's like, you can set up a lot of these.
It is great, and especially, in the summertime when you have so much daylight to work with, you have an early show, and you can go and see 4 or 5 bands in one night.
Or you can do 2 shows a night.
Or you can do,
Or 3.
Or you can record 100 songs in 303.4 days. You crazy hobbits, you stop that up
Carl
there.
Carbonell and the Salty Dogs will be there Saturday, 323. Go out and see those boys. Cole Siegel on the keyboards for that band as well. Cole's all over it. Go out and see Cole Siegel.
He's on it.
We love that guy.
Just saw them Sunday night at the Mercury for their, they did the St. Patrick's Day show.
Oh.
And, yeah, me and Ruben went out and saw them. So
Nice.
That was fun.
Nice. The Manta Rays.
Yeah, Manta Rays have their Sunday residency at
The
6.
happiest animal.
And, of course, Paul Benjamin doing his Sunday night thing down there at 9:30 p.m.-ish.
And he just released a single today, so a single and a new music video.
All right, what's that
so.
single called?
I don't remember.
Is it Bad Side Wants a Good Time?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought as much.
What is that again, Oscar?
It's called Bad Side Wants a Good Time.
Bad Side Wants a Good Time.
Man, it's a hell of a song. Go out there, get that single, listen to it now. Do this now. Paul Benjamin's new record. Go out there and get it. Support Paul. And you'll be glad you did. I'm telling you.
Could be coming out on vinyl.
And there will be vinyl of it, actually.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yep. So here we have something called Satisfaction, and they are a Rolling Stones tribute show coming to the venue Shrine.
Huh.
Tickets on sale at stubwire.com.
Oscar, do you think they do Monkey Man?
I bet they don't do Monkey Man, Mr. Eric.
I bet they don't. No, that's right.
Brittany, tell us about Terps and Tunes.
Terps and Tunes, a 420 show with the Eureka Strings, and this is at the venue Shrine. And they kind of taught themselves Ozark folk and psychedelic honky tonk, and a lot in between. So they're pretty incredible.
Sounds like Silver Dollar City to me.
I love it. They are fantastic. Go see the good people at Eureka Strings when they're at the venue Shrine. Tip your bartender, tip your waitress. So we have something else here coming to the venue Shrine. That is Zingo, the band. They are back Friday, March 29th at the venue Shrine. Once again, go down there and say hey to Jeremiah Kirby.
Jeremiah Kirby.
Well, he'll be down there producing the show on the fly.
Jeremiah Kirby.
Absolutely.
What a guy.
And Steely Dead. Yeah, here's their little graphic for that. Thursday, March 28th. So that should be pretty cool to see in downtown.
Absolutely. That's going to be a good one, guys. Steely Dead. So this is a heavy metal show. And this is a Horton Records thing in combination with the Vanguard and Kane's Ballroom.
Yes, it is. And I worked the event selling merch last year, and so there's a lot of different metal bands from all around. A couple locals, but a lot that had traveled really far. And people who had traveled countries away for it. So
Blind Oath, Flotsam and Jetsam. Just to name a couple, Night Demon will be there. If you're feeling like some good metal, get on down there, get to the Kane's Ballroom, get to the Vanguard, and, be part of this thing, We've got all kinds
our
of music.
metal friends have a tougher time
They do.
than everybody else because there's not a lot of clubs like that here. East Coast, West Coast, yes. Larger cities, but not here in Tulsa.
Yeah, and the Whittier Bar, that's the one. They're the punk metal spot. So
and Crystal Skulls closed, and that was down on Sheridan.
I remember when I was young, it was the Pink Eye when I was a teenager. That was the spot.
Thank God they tore that building down. No, they just plowed it in the ground, ladies and gentlemen. That Pink Eye was... Ugh, and you know how you get that.
So Anthony B featuring Capital Stone and DJ Mucho and Rusty Ray Reed live at the
way
Shrine.
you said that, Oscar. DJ Mucho.
DJ Mucho. But that's going to be a fantastic event. Of course, that's Saturday, April 27th at the Shrine.
And hey, all you club owner folks, club big booker people. Remember, we're out here plugging you, so, if you got some stuff, send it to us.
Yeah, send it to us.
And when we come to your club, give us free drinks and food. And
bring us
treat us like, don't make us go back to our car and put our gun away and stuff like that. We just want to come in and be treated like stars we are here at the Tulsa Sound Podcast, but not really. But
Brittany, tell us about who's at the First Shop, Miss Britt.
Yeah, a lot of great music happening at the First Shop lately with Amber Watson and guest. She's been doing every other Tuesday at the First Shop. I know sometimes R. Williams and Carl Carbonell and Jordan Cox play there every other Tuesday. Definitely check her out from 8 to 11. And I know they have tequila specials and
Nice. And she does fantastic artwork as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. Wonderful painter and photographer. So definitely
does she
check
have that
her work
artwork at her
out.
gig? Does she bring stuff?
I don't think so. I didn't even know until I just see it online. I was like, oh my gosh, she's very talented.
I know that Wanda Watson's a huge fan of Amber Watson's.
Well, there we go. Maybe they're related there, Oscar. I don't know. I do not know.
Brit Bear segment. That's been the Brit Bear segment.
Thank you guys.
Well, you did a great job tonight. Thank you so much for bringing this stuff.
Before you go, real quick, Cody Clinton is also playing at the Cellar Dweller. No, it's Cody Clinton at the Cellar Dweller. March 20th.
Well, that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, right.
So if you're watching this, it's too late. And bam!
If you see Brittany at Thelma's Peach, tip this woman.
She's everywhere.
She's working hard for you, so be sure and say hello to her.
She's sending texts from everywhere in America.
That's right. She'll be bringing you tales from the trail of Tulsa music, all on every episode from now on of the Tulsa Sound Podcast. We're
Got a lot of
happy to have
Tulsa Sound Podcast loves you, and our fans love you. You know
Yes,
that.
absolutely.
We're so glad that you're here with us now. And see, because now when people tune in, they're just not seeing these weird old guys with these funny beards. And that's
Brittany's the best.
all right, folks.
guys.
Well, we're going to roll to a commercial. We're going to come back and do something
with
really
Big
wild
Mogus.
and crazy with the Big Mogus.
All right.
Stick to it, and we'll be right back with it.
Stay tuned in.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah.
Oh, is that okay?
And we're back on a Tulsa Sound Podcast. Yes, sir. Here we are. Now it's a musical segment of our show. This is sort of like our John Chick show sort of segment here, Oscar.
This is our Woodstock, man.
Woodstock, baby.
Dude, let's
This
go.
is our Woodstock.
My hands look like snakes, man.
So everyone, roll one up. Get that bong ready.
Yes.
Grab a
it's
snack.
J time. It's J time. We practiced this for hours today, and I hope we get it perfect. I hope we get it perfect.
I'm sure we will.
It's all that matters to me. I'm not even going to count it in. It matters so much. Take one step, take a breath, breathe in joy, exhale happiness, be alive through the night. Say hello to the sun as you wave the moon goodbye. Be a friend, start again. And don't think of what's next, 'cause right now never ends. Be at peace, grieve your grief, 'cause pain heals with change quite remarkably. Sometimes it's all too much, or never enough. But don't make an equation for life, 'cause it changes. Sometimes it's all too much, or never enough. But don't make an equation for life, 'cause it changes. Too much. Take your time, be in your mind. Don't think of what's next and leave the past behind. Here is now, then was then. You may think it's the start, but it's the end of the end. And it ain't me, and it ain't you. Life is to suffer, and that's exactly what we do. You can try to deny, but pleasure is pain's best alibi. Sometimes it's all too much, or never enough. But don't make an equation for life, 'cause it changes. Sometimes it's all too much, or just not enough. But don't make an equation for life, 'cause it changes. An equation for life, 'cause it changes. It does. It does. Too much. You see, it's good.
Right.
As good. Just absolutely, yeah, cool. Yeah. Muppetize me.
You're my favorite.
Muppetize me. Put me in the system. Muppetize me. As great as this song is, this man played me a song tonight that moves me
Oh man.
like beyond.
Yes. Yes.
And he's a stranger. I do not know him.
We're doing something wild.
He came and played.
We don't know this guy.
He came and played my open mic night. Sorry, it's not an open mic night. It is not an open mic night. Don't show up and expect to play. It's not an open mic night. We connected on a level, smoking a J outside a John Moreland concert. And I told him if his ass was ever around here on a Tuesday night, he had a standing invitation to come play. So I didn't need to invite him to here.
But we have a special guest with us this evening. Mike, do you want to introduce your friend?
I don't even know his last name.
Hey, dude, I'm going to get out of the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we'll be bringing in the new special guest.
Yes.
And it's such an interesting way to bring a new guest on the show.
Right? Just to really rudely do this and make him try to act like he's comfortable. And I've done this really rude thing.
This is what we did to Brit last week. We're like, hey, Brit, come be on the air. No!
Yes, trial by
She's
fire.
like, well, that's the name of the game here, man. Hey. It's the name of the game. My friend.
That's fucking beautiful.
Wasn't it
dude.
beautiful?
Thank you.
What a cool song.
So, thanks for playing with me.
Hey, my pleasure.
Really appreciate that.
The 7 hours of rehearsal really helped us a lot, I think.
You know, there was that part I went to, that augmented, diminished thing.
I'm telling you.
You went there first.
Well, you went there first, baby, but you were there mentally first. Yeah. Hi.
How's it going?
Pretty good. What's your name?
Cade.
Okay, Cade. Well, we've heard so much about you.
I know.
How does it feel being on the Tulsa Sound podcast? Were you expecting this tonight?
I was definitely not.
Well, this is cool because, now you'll be on the internet in front of 14 people. No.
That's quite a few.
Well, I'll tell you, if Mogus says that you've got it going on, and we know you've got it going on, I'm not going to try to play along with you. I'm just going to sit back and listen with everybody else. But why don't you share us with your song? Where are you from?
From Southwest Oklahoma, Walters.
Walters, okay, cool. And you're just kind of blowing through town right now for the heck of it? Or?
Yeah, well, I just came to hang out with the Big Mogus.
Well, no kidding. Well, that's excellent. Well, party on, brother. Well,
Alrighty.
Show us what you got here.
All right. I'm going to play y'all a song called Phantom Pains. Just a worn-out picture in a frame hanging up above. But I swore I felt her last night in this bed. Those damn phantom pains keep messing with my head. Where have I to go? What have I to do? How am I to spend my time when all I think about is you? Her visions dancing around my dreams make it awful hard to tell what is real and what is make-believe. I have no headspace left to sell. She owns it all, every square inch of my mind. And it don't cost her a dime. It just costs me heartache and misery, so long as I'm still alive. Where have I to go? What have I to do? How am I to spend my time when all I think about is you? So here I lay in bed all damn day, staring at my love.
Incredible.
Thank you.
Incredible.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. So how long have you been playing? Writing songs, let me put it that way.
Writing songs, probably wrote my first song in like 2018 or 2019.
Yeah, so that's good. So how about you have a lot of stuff that you do?
Not really. I'm kind of just starting out.
Just starting out?
Yeah.
That's the only way to start. And and I'll tell you something too, my friend. It takes a lot of guts to drive up, to go in there and not look. We're getting catcalls from off set, but the fact is that to come up and to share your music with us is a great thing, and it's not an easy thing. There's a lot of folks sitting around at home and they need to get out and do the same thing you're doing.
Sure. Thank you all. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I felt that right here. Yeah, Phantom Pain.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we're glad to have you, and we want to know more about you. So, are you going to be here in town for a little while, or are you going?
Well, I live around Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
But I come up here pretty often.
Well, so we can expect you bumping around Mogus Town, and
sure thing.
We'll see him
Yes,
you at some of his gigs and stuff. And
heck yeah.
He's going to have you probably coming up and doing some songs, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Well, that'll be great. Well, very good. Well, thank you so much again for coming on the set. And ladies and gentlemen, let's put it together here. All right. And now we're going to be right back after a short commercial message. And to close up our show tonight, stick around. Okay, folks, we're back. The Tulsa Sound podcast is back. Big Mogus, ladies and gentlemen.
We've got more for you. I tipped him. I said, one more song.
What?
Just one more song. Just one more song.
Yeah, well, we're going to do it tonight.
Yes. Loved it. I did tell Oscar I wanted this to be the longest one yet, and I don't know that we're going to get there.
We're getting close.
But I hope so. I
know where we're proud to present to you guys Mr.Eric and Big Mogus.
Dude, yeah, this is a great combo. You're going to have to come see this. On a Tuesday night at the Colony, might I invite you?
Well, thank you.
Come out and play. We'll make a good time of it. 2 hours, I'll give you $10.
Whoa!
We're talking big money. Dude, it's the... Well, wait. I want to tell this joke. It was received very sourly by somebody recently, so I had to tell it again. Yeah. This guy walks up. He's the guy shoveling shit for the elephant, Oh, boy. And he's just, truckload after truckload of shit for the elephant. This guy walks up and, man, why don't you just get a better job? He goes, and quit show business?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's true.
It's dead.
Mercy.
My dad. Oh, man, yeah. Yeah, there we go. All right, you ready?
I think
Here's
I'm
my
ready.
newest one. I'm calling it Comedy and Tragedy.
All right.
And it's going to start weird, and he's not going to know what to do, but we practiced for like 7 years. Comedy and tragedy are divided by a very fine line, and how you feel is dependent on which side you're on. Is it quality or quantity? If we are what we repeatedly do, then excellence is not an act but a habit for you. It's about time I learn to love myself again, or get better at pretending. Who wants to get any better at pretending? over the verse. Dude, that's exactly how we rehearsed it. That's sick. Do you hear the slithering? Dude, we nailed it. Like a snake in the grass. Just a mural of a man who convinced himself that the rain is what made all his colors last. I'm feeling just fine though I'm over